What's going on, guys? I'm JB Hoops, and today I'm grading every trade from the NBA trade deadline. So first up, we got the Clippers and Blazers trade for Norman Powell. I'm giving this trade a D for the Blazers and an A- for the Clippers. I think the Clippers getting Norman Powell is an excellent pickup. They got rid of Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, Keon Johnson. They didn't really give up much to get him. And the Blazers, I don't know what they were doing there. They definitely could have got more value. They didn't even get a first-round pick. Next up, we got Caris LeVert going to the Cavs for Ricky Rubio, a lottery protected first, a second from the Pistons, which is basically a first and another second. I give the Cavs a B+ on this one, and the Pacers an A-. The Cavs get another guard that can shot create and take some of the ball handling responsibilities off Garland, and the Pacers actually have some direction for once. They're moving into the rebuild, and it's great to see them finally pick something to do. Next up, we got the Blazers and Pelicans CJ McCollum trade. The Blazers get Josh Hart, Noor, and a first, and the Pels get CJ Larry Nance. I give this a B- for the Blazers, especially considering CJ was apparently viewed as a negative trade asset. And the Pelicans, I give this an A. They get a shot creator to pair with Zion when he gets back, and I just think that's a really good veteran to get in the team, and they didn't give up a whole lot. Now we have the Sabonis and Tyrese Halliburton trade. I didn't really like this for the Kings. I really hoped they were going to trade De'Aaron Fox, and it turned out they trade Halliburton, so I give the Pacers an A and the Kings a B. The Pacers get a young guard. They're going to probably trade Malcolm Brogdon in the offseason, and I just really like that moving forward. And the Kings, they get Sabonis, who's a great player, and they'll probably be able to get them to the play-in, but I don't think they're ever going to win a championship with Sabonis and Fox. I would have much preferred the pairing of Tyrese. Next up was a three-team trade, and the main piece of that was Portland's Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and I really don't like that for Portland. So the Jazz got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and I give them a B+ for that. I think they gave up 2 seconds and just Joe Ingles' salary, but he'll probably come back. The Spurs are B-. They got rid of Juancho Hernan-Gomez, got back to Satoransky, who's expiring, and I think they got a pick too. And the Blazers, they could have kept Nickeil, but they get more cap space, but I don't really see what they're going to do with that. No one's going to go to Portland. So yeah, I give them a D+. Next up, we have a big 4-team trade, including a whole lot of scrubs. We got the Kings getting Dante DiVincenzo. The Bucks get Serge Ibaka, which is a great pickup as Brook Lopez is out. And the Kings take a chance on Marvin Bagley, which I think is really great. So I'm giving the Kings a B+, the Bucks an A-. The Clippers a C. They just got some bomb players for Serge Ibaka, which is fine. They get out of the tax. And the Pistons a B+. They just move some pieces that aren't going to be part of their future and got Marvin Bagley, who could possibly be in that future. Now we got the biggest trade of the deadline, which is Brooklyn Nets trading James Harden to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and 2 picks. I'm giving the Nets an A+ for this. They got a defensive monster in Ben Simmons, got more shooting with Seth Curry, and got a good serviceable center in Andre Drummond, as well as getting draft picks for James Harden, who was probably going to leave in the offseason anyway, and they would have got nothing in their sign and trade. So the Sixers, I get a B. They fix their Ben Simmons problem, get some perimeter shooting. I'm not really a big fan of the fit between Embiid and Harden, as they don't really complement each other as great as people think. And the Sixers also gave up a whole lot, including Seth Curry, which I think is the main loss of that trade. Next, we got the Celtics getting Derek White from the Spurs for Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford, and a protected first. I think this is a great trade for the Celtics. I'm giving them a B+. Derek White basically just Marcus Smart better on offense and worse on defense. And for the Spurs, I'm giving them an A-. They get Romeo Langford, who gets some opportunity with the Spurs where he hasn't had much with the Celtics. Get it first, it'll probably be in the late teens. And Josh Richardson is also a pretty good veteran to add to the team. Next up is probably the most surprising trade of the day. So we got Kristaps of the Mavs going to the Wizards for Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. I think this is a great trade for the Wizards. Spencer Dinwiddie wasn't really working out, and they get Kristaps, who can kind of just reinvent his career and to do something with Bradley Beal in Washington. And the Mavs, I give this a C. I don't know what this means for Jalen Brunson. They're going to have 3 ball-dominant guards, and it's Dinwiddie, Brunson, and Luka. So yeah, I wasn't really sure about this one. I don't know if there was something going on with Luka and Porzingis, I guess, because this was just a bit out of nowhere. Now on to the final trade of this video, we got the Wizards trading Montrezl Harrell to the Hornets for Vernon Carey Jr. and Ish Smith. I don't think this is doing much for the Wizards. Ish Smith is an okay backup point guard. But for the Hornets, they get a center who can rebound and score. Doesn't really help their defensive issue, but I think they'll probably try and find a long-term center in the off-season, so I like it for now. and it's definitely an improvement over Mason Plumlee. So yeah, I'll give the Hornets a B. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more. JB Hoops out.